Alhamdulillah, wassalatu wassalamu ala Rasulillah. Another example that we ponder on from the stories of the Quran and the stories of the prophets, the story of the Prophet and the Khalil of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Ibrahim alayhi salatu wassalam. One of the great figures that Allah has mentioned for us to take as a role model, an example that we follow in the pure Tawheed and freeing oneself from Shirk, the true essence of the meaning of Islam. But the points that I want to mention today is something that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala refers to in the Quran when He says about Ibrahim alayhi salatu wasalam, saying, وَكَيْفَ أَخَافُ مَا أَشْرَكْتُمْ وَلَا تَخَافُونَ أَنَّكُمْ أَشْرَكْتُمْ بِاللَّهِ ولا تخافون أنكم أشركتم بالله ما لم ينزل به عليكم سلطانا فأي الفريقين أحق بالأمن إن كنتم تعلمون. Here Ibrahim he says, how can I fear what you have associated in partners with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? How can I fear those things, those people, whatever you attribute in partners to Allah, that which you worship other than Allah? How can I fear those things and you do not fear that you actually have associated partners with Allah, that you have worshipped other than Allah, you have made equals other than Allah to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? How can you not fear that? That you have done the most displeasing act to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the one who created you, attributing others in worship, directing worship to other than Allah, when Allah is the only one deserving of worship. How can you not fear that? And Allah has not sent you any proof of this. So which of the two parties, the two groups, are those who are going to gain safety if you truly know? Is it those who associate partners with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, or those who worship Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala alone? Allah, He answers this. Allah says, الَّذِينَ آمَنُوا وَلَمْ يَلْبِسُوا إِيمَانَهُمْ بِظُلْمٍ أُولَٰئِكَ لَهُمُ الْأَمْنُ وَهُمْ مُهْتَدُونَ. Those who believe and do not cover their belief with oppression and transgression. And here it means dhulm, it means a shirk, associating partners with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. They are the ones who will be granted security and safety, and they are the ones who will be rightly guided. So we do not fear those who are worshipped other than Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We only fear Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Hence why we devote our worship solely to Allah, seeking the reward from Allah and staying away from deserving punishment or that which will lead to punishment in the hereafter. And that is by worshipping Allah as He is commanded and staying away from all of those things that Allah has prohibited. And the greatest of those things Allah has prohibited is worshipping others besides Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. But the fruits of Tawheed, from the fruits of Tawheed Allah mentions, those who believe and do not cover their belief with dhulm, i.e. with shirk, i.e. they purify the Islam with Tawheed, then they are the ones who will be granted security. They are the ones who will be granted guidance. So we ask Allah to make us of those who follow Ibrahim alayhi, those who act upon Islam, those who believe and do not cover their belief with shirk by worshipping other than Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And we ask Allah to make us of those who are granted security and safety and guidance, because this can only be granted from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So how can I associate partners with Allah and earn Allah's anger and still hope that I will receive these favors from Allah Azza wa Jal? So we will continue to ponder bi'idhnillah ta'ala on some of the greatest prophets, ulul azm min ar-rusul, those prophets of strong determination that Allah made examples for us, and from them is His close friend Ibrahim alayhi salatu wassalam. Assalamu alaikum.